Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuzie, așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuzie, așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Nu știu încă de unde am venit, ce caut aici. Plecam cu coada între picioare, acum mă scap de afiș. N-aveam răbdare să ascult deloc, acum taci și răspund după ce înțeleg ce-ai zis. Se simte timpul cum trece sau noi cum trece prin timp. Trăiesc momentul de față ca să-mi creez amintiri. Țin de familie, de prieteni, de cine-i loial. Restul voia sorții, scuze, mă cheamă propriul destin. Totuși te simt, o singură șansă avem cu sorii. Sipim focul deschis, e mult mai greu când ai un scop de atins. Te uiți pe lângă tine, vezi cine a supraviețuit. Câți din ei se luptă să trăiască cum ar trebui. O inimă mare, doi plămâni ca să respir. O inimă mare mă inspiră zi de zi. Fă din șansa ta un vis, fă din șansa ta un vis împlinit. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuzie, așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuzie, așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. De ale, de ale, de ale, ce ale, 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 nu știu ce să aleg, dar ce ale, 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 ale. Nu te teme de moarte că nu-ți mai trăiești viața. Pune zâmbetul pe față dimineața, du-te, ia legume fresh, fă-ți viața. Pune doar ce trebuie în trupul ăla ca un rasa. Niște mișcare ca să ungă carcasa. Binecuvântare nu e lumea prea razna. Alegerile noastre ne fac să simțim asta. Atât de multe drumuri eu, de alei, de alei, de alei, de alei. Dar ce alei, 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 alei.
Știi, avem o singură viață și nu
știu ce să aleg.
merită să ne stresăm în fiecare zi pentru toate mizeriile.
Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuzie, așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuzie, așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. One life, one life, one life, one life, one life. One life, one life, one life, one life. Learn it, love it, live it. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuzie, așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuzie, așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Nu știu încă de unde am venit, ce caut aici. Plecam cu coada între picioare, acum mă scap de afiș. N-aveam răbdare să ascult deloc, acum taci și răspund după ce înțeleg ce-ai zis. Se simte timpul cum trece sau noi cum trece prin timp. Trăiesc momentul de față ca să-mi creez amintiri. Țin de familie, de prieteni, de cine-i loial. Restul voia sorții, scuze, mă cheamă propriul destin. Totuși te simt, o singură șansă avem cu sorii. Sipim focul deschis, e mult mai greu când ai un scop de atins. Te uiți pe lângă tine, vezi cine a supraviețuit. Câți din ei se luptă să trăiască cum ar trebui. O inimă mare, doi plămâni ca să respir. O inimă mare mă inspiră zi de zi. Fă din șansa ta un vis, fă din șansa ta un vis împlinit. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuzie, așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuzie, așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. De alei, de alei, de alei, dar ce alei, 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 alei. note că nu-ți mai trăiești viața. Pune zâmbetul pe față dimineața. Du-te, ia legume fresh, fă-ți viața. Pune tot ce trebuie în trupul ăla ca un rasa. Niște mișcare ca să ungă carcasa. Binecuvântare nu e lumea prea rasta. Alegerile noastre ne fac să simțim asta. Atât de multe drumuri,
And welcome everyone to another Wildcard Wednesday on my channel. Good afternoon everyone, good evening. How are you firstly? And yeah, thanks a lot for joining me again on a stream. Today I'm going to be just by myself. Now let me just turn the lights a little bit, right? This should help a little bit, I think. So yeah, how's everyone doing? Today we're going to discuss a little bit about how was my Gameweek 6, how my Gameweek went. Obviously, we're going to preview Gameweek 7 of Fantasy Premier League. And yeah, obviously I'm going to answer all your questions. If you have any, as I said before, today is going to be just me on the stream. From next week onwards, yeah, hopefully we're going to have more guests on the stream. But yeah, please let me know how did you like my last Welcome Wednesday series. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Yeah, we're going to wait a little bit to see if anyone is going to turn up to this stream, and then I'm going to discuss a little bit about how my gaming was. Firstly, welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for joining. How are you? Good evening. Personally, I'm a little bit sick, so yeah, that's why maybe a little bit of lack of content in the last 2-3 days, but hopefully I made up with that. I'm going to upload another video tonight with a Wildcard 7 for anyone interested. So yeah, leave a like if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button if you enjoy this content. We're going to start it soon. But yeah, how was your Gameweek 6, guys? Please let me know. What did you do in Gameweek 6? Did you use your wildcard? How many points did you get? I'm really curious about to find out how's everyone doing. Also, if you want me to rate your teams, yeah, you can just send me your team on Twitter, or you can write it in the chat if you want. But yeah, we're going to discuss a lot of things tonight, hopefully. Yeah, I think that yeah, I'm going to move to my team. Triple captain, 90 points, amazing. Thank you so much for joining. I'm not sure how to read your name. SMPA, thank you so much for joining the stream, really appreciate it. Congrats on everyone who triple captain Haaland. I just want to congratulate you. That was amazing. Really good decision. I'm really happy that it worked out for you all. Keep or sell João Pedro. Yeah, let's move to my team. I think that is here, right? So yeah, this was my team for Gameweek 7. Now, obviously, guys, if you follow me, you know that I used my wildcard in this Gameweek. So yeah, João Pedro, honestly, Reason Ali also, thank you so much for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's really nice to have you here. Again, I see a lot of people talking about selling João Pedro. To be honest with you, if you're not wildcarding, if you're not using any free, or if you don't have, I don't know, 5 hit transfers stacked up, I just don't see the reason to sell João Pedro, to be honest with you. I mean, I know he was really bad in the last game weeks, but Chelsea were also down to 10 men in the last 2 or 3 games they played. So I just don't know what to say about that, because obviously the fixtures are going to be real good for Chelsea. If I can see here, they are going to play against Liverpool in Game Week 7, so yeah, not amazing. But after that, Game Week 8, Nottingham Forest, Game Week 9, Sunderland, Tottenham, Wolverhampton at home, Burnley away. The fixtures are just really good for João Pedro, so yeah, I would not sell him, to be honest with you. Also, there aren't a lot of good forward options at the moment. I mean, yeah, if you want to take a punt, you can go for someone like Isak. You have Gyökeres, you have Haaland, but other than that, there aren't a lot of amazing strikers who are scoring a lot of goals at the moment. So, yeah, personally, I would just keep João Pedro for my team. I wildcarded in Game Week 6, as you may know, guys. I have no intention of selling João Pedro. My plan at the moment is to try to save up some free transfers and try to be more flexible in the future, because I think that is going to be really handy for me. And yeah, João Pedro is not a player I will likely sell real soon. Again, I have him from Game Week 1. I have some value in him. So yeah. Yeah, just a second. Sam. Here, if we move to Twitter now, obviously you have the links into my description. If you want, you can just write your team in the chat. If you want to send me your team, you can just reply to any post, or you can DM me on Twitter, X. You have the links into my description with all my socials if you also want to follow me there. Again, yeah, send me just your team on Twitter, X, here, or wherever you want. So yeah, maybe not on this post, maybe on this post. So yeah, this is with the stream. Yeah, please let me know if you can get to my socials. On this stream, it should be a link with a link tree with all my socials. If you can see there. So yeah, please let me know when you achieve that. So yeah, talking about my team a little bit for Game Week 6, overall really happy that I wildcarded. Obviously, again, it would have been real nice for me to triple captain Erling Haaland, but yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully, I'm going to get at least half the points Haaland scored in Game Week 6. So yeah, congrats to everyone who used their triple captain Haaland. What an amazing score! What an amazing week for you. Overall, I'm really happy with my wildcard team. Gabriel, obviously the hero, he saved me 13 points. Senesi 7, Semenyo 7. Bruno Fernandes, not the best start on the wild card with -1 point, but yeah, it is what it is. Maybe a little bit unlucky there. In another word, Bruno Fernandes scores that penalty, and we really talk different about him. But yeah, this is how my team performed. A little bit disappointing, maybe a little bit unlucky with Van de Ven, with Kudus, for them to not get any returns. But yeah, overall, yeah, Gabriel saved my game week. So yeah, 70 points, it is decent, and I got a big green arrow at the moment. So yeah, overall, I think that my team is looking decent for the future. If we move here, this is how my team is lining up for Game Week 6. Currently, tomorrow I'm going to upload also my team selection video, so yeah, make sure you check that out if you're interested. Send one free team for Game Week 7. Yeah, sure. SM. Yeah, let's just see your team. Okay. So this is a free team, guys, for Game Week 7. Let's see. So again, without looking at your team, I would try to have 2-3 players from Aston Villa, 3 players from Arsenal, some players from Manchester United. So this is how it's going to be. Erling Haaland, obviously, yeah, really like your forward line. Watkins, Haaland, Gyökeres. Again, Aston Villa were really bad this start of the season, but again, having some Aston Villa players against Burnley at home could be real nice. Now, the question here is if you're going with double Arsenal attack or double Arsenal defense, and probably this is the way I would also go on a frit with Bukayo Saka and Gyökeres. Now, obviously, wait and see to see when after Arsenal going to play in the Champions League. I'm not sure if it's today or tomorrow, but let's see how they're going to line up in the Champions League, and then you're going to decide, obviously. But yeah, at the moment, Gabriel, Saka, Gyökeres probably the best options on a frit. Doku, a really interesting punt. Kudus, really good option. Again, I don't know, if you have enough budget, probably I would try to have another Manchester United attacker. Now, maybe that sounds a little bit crazy considering how bad Manchester United were against Brentford, but yeah, Kudus is fine. Again, if you don't want to double up with someone like Mbeumo or someone like Cunha, Kudus is perfectly fine. Doku, again, he is a Manchester City player. Let's see how they're going to line up in the Champions League. Could the Doku be on the bench at some point in some game? Yeah, maybe there is a little bit of a risk. But yeah, on a free hit, obviously, I agree that you should take some risks. Cash probably would be the defensive option. I would go from Aston Villa. Dorgu, yeah, it is nice. Not a problem with that. If you wanna go for a more safe pick, probably just go for the leaked. Decent for defensive contributions, definitely better than Dorgu. A little bit of an attacking threat. Man United didn't look amazing defensively, to be honest with you. So yeah, but again, having a Man United defender is nice. And in goal, you just need to decide with which goalkeeper you're going. You could go for someone like Martinez from Aston Villa. You could go for yeah, pretty much that's it. But yeah, Pope also is nice against Nottingham Forest at home. So yeah, I really like your free team. Not a lot to say about it now. Obviously, maybe I would make some changes. Maybe I don't know. If you want to upgrade, obviously, your midfield, maybe you need to sacrifice someone like Watkins and go for Rodgers instead. But again, I think that I would try to include Watkins instead of Rodgers on this draft. So yeah, Kudus, Doku, not a problem with them. Someone like Minte could be a nice option also if you want to take a punt. But yeah, overall, your free team for Gameweek 7 looks great. There aren't a lot of things I would change about it. So yeah, if you're feeling like Doku is going to start, then just go ahead. He's probably a better option than someone like Reinders. Again, someone like Foden could be a nice option, but probably you can't afford him. So yeah, overall, really nice. You have those core players. You have Haaland, Gyökeres, definitely I would go for them. Saka, Bruno Fernandes. Again, maybe if you don't want to go for Bruno Fernandes, you could go for someone like Mbeumo if that's going to help you upgrade elsewhere. But yeah, just send Gameweek 7 team on Twitter. Yeah, we're going to check that out also, reasonably. So overall, SMPA, a really nice free team. Hopefully, good luck with this free. Hopefully, it's going to help you climb the ranks a little bit. But yeah, not too much to comment negative about this. Doku maybe a little bit of an rotation risk. Maybe Dorgu. Again, if you wanna go safe, just go for Reinders and the league. But yeah, I like Doku if he's going to start. So yeah, really nice team. Let's see also for Rizwan Ali. This is my Gameweek 7 team and use wildcard in Gameweek 6. So again, guys, if you use your wildcard in Gameweek 6, my general advice would be to just roll some transfers because probably your team is looking fine for Gameweek 7, right? Now here you're having Pope in goal, Senesi, Gabriel Tarkovsky, great defensive options. You have Van de Ven and Anderson on the bench. Again, you can make some changes maybe there if you want. João Pedro, Gyökeres, Haaland. Yeah, I'm not sure if I would bench Mitoma, to be honest with you. I think that I would start Mitoma ahead of Stock. That is something I would change probably if this was my team. Again, Semenyo, Reinders, Fernandes, João Pedro, Gyökeres, Haaland. Yeah, really nice options. Again, I think that Van de Ven has a slightly better fixture than someone like Tarkovsky, but Again, Tarkovsky is better for defensive contributions. He's playing at home, so it is a tough decision on who to play. So yeah, I think that you can make a case about Van de Ven being a better option for this game week in particular than Tarkovsky. But again, probably if I had Tarkovsky into my team, I would try to find a way to play him. Other than that, yeah, your team looks great. Definitely, I think that I would just save the transfer. I would roll. Um so yeah, I would play probably Mitoma instead of Stach, and that's it. And probably play João Pedro there. Hi Spidey, thank you so much for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Good to see you here. Yeah, thanks a lot for joining the stream. How are you? Also, good evening. Firstly, thank you. Might do Watkins to Voldemort to make more space from for upgrades. Yeah, one thing you could do, again, if you're okay with that, maybe sell Watkins to Voldemort and then I don't know, have someone like Mbeumo or Cunha into your team instead of. I mean, again, you're going to play with 5 midfielders. Then maybe upgrade one of Doku or Kudus to upgrade. Maybe if you consider that an upgrade one of them to Rogers and then the other one to your bench player to Mbeumo if you have the cash to do that. That would be also a nice strategy. But again, your team looks great. I like. If we're talking about forwards for Game Week 7, definitely Gyökeres, Haaland, and Watkins, from my point of view, are the best options for Game Week 7. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Excited for the Barca versus PSG game. How are you? I'm a little bit sick this week, but getting better. So yeah, thanks a lot for the question. Yeah, real happy being here on the stream. Excited about FPL. Yeah, so we rated some teams. Right now, I think that I'm going to take a look, if you don't have any more teams, to see some of the things that happen in um, Game Week 6 of Fantasy Premier League. We're going to take a look at some players. Yeah, let me just find a way. I think that here, and we're doing this. And now you can see a little bit more, I think. And yeah, we can go here to transfers. And I want to take a look at some of the best players which perform better, obviously, for Game Week 6. We're going to put here round points. And then, yeah, we can discuss a little bit about Game Week 7. If you have any other questions, I'll happily answer all of them. So yeah, for the goalkeepers, Roofs and Kelleher, the top scoring goalkeepers this game week. Roofs, if you're wildcard in Game Week 7, I'm going to post a video after this stream with my wildcard for Game Week 7 if you're interested in that. Roofs is rotating really great with Pope. Again, if you want to have two goalkeepers on your wildcard, and also Sunderland were pretty decent defensively. They have some decent fixtures coming up. So yeah, I think that he's an option to consider. Alderete, really frustrating to see Alderete, the top scoring defender this game week. He was the last player on my bench. Overall, I'm really happy that I bought him. He's 4.1 millions now, so he rised in price. If I'm going to need to play him at some point in this game, yeah, I'm really happy to have him. Gabriel, again, the hero for me. Mateus Nunes from Manchester City, 12 points. Keane, 11 points. But be aware, guys, when Braithwaite is going to be back, Keane probably is going to lose his place as a starter for Everton. So, yeah, I don't think that he's one to buy at the moment, at least. Hi, Raymond Rogers. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Foden to Sar Eze. I don't think that I would do that now because if you bought Foden, I'm not sure if you wildcarded Foden in or you just bought him with some transfers. I think that you should give Foden some time. Again, I really like Sar as a pick. I think that he's one of the best players in that price bracket. But the fixtures for Crystal Palace are not amazing, to be honest with you. They're playing against Everton, Bournemouth, and Arsenal in the next three. So I just feel like it's not a rush to buy Ismail Assar. And definitely, if you have Foden, yeah, there is a risk. Maybe he's not going to start every game week, but at the moment he's getting good minutes. So I think that I would give Foden 2, 3 more game weeks if you have him into your team. Because yeah, if you sell Foden to Sar, if and Foden is going to score a hat trick or something, that you're just going to feel really bad about that move. So I think that I would keep Foden for now. But definitely, if you want to sell Foden again, I would sell him for Sar probably. I'm not 100% sure about Eberechi Eze at the moment, but yeah, he's an interesting option, definitely. Do you think João Pedro could get minutes managed for Game Week 7? I don't think so, Spidey, because the thing is, obviously, João Pedro was on the bench yesterday when Chelsea played in the Champions League. Then he came in and got a red card. So I don't think that his minutes are going to be managed now. Obviously, Maresca is just talking about João Pedro having some injury problems, but at the end of the day, he's playing 90 minutes pretty much every game week. So yeah, I don't think that he's going to be managed. But anyway, in Game Week 7, the fixture is not so great against Liverpool. So if you want to find an excuse to not play João Pedro, then sure, yeah, you can just bench him. I was considering starting Roofs, but have Bruno Fernandes in my team. Then yeah, pretty much. Then that's your decision. I definitely would keep Bruno Fernandes for this game week. Don't really care about that he missed a penalty. It is a little bit unlucky, and frustrating, of course, to get minus points from Bruno Fernandes. But yeah, if you have Bruno Fernandes, probably I would just play him and bench Rovs. Sar could become a really good pick after Game Week 10. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, after they're going, even now, if you're wildcarding, if I was wildcarding, probably in Game Week 7, I would have him into my team. He scored against Liverpool, but again, he's scoring against Liverpool pretty much in any given game. So he's a player who's getting a lot of chances. His underlying stats are really great. And yeah, I think that is just a great option. Now I wish I would have him in my wildcard 6, to be honest with you, going back in time. But yeah, after Game Week 10, definitely Sar is one of the best options alongside Semenyo, alongside Njae. So yeah, I really like him. I really rate Ismail Assar. So yeah, Senesi, Guehi, Rodon. Yeah, this was pretty much the story for Game Week 6. If we look at the midfielders also, Longstaff, the highest scoring midfielder in FPL. Don't rush to buy Longstaff, guys. Sure, he's going to be decent probably for defensive contributions, but yeah. Longstaff, Buendia, Sar with 11 points. That's great. Doku going a little bit under the radar. I like him as a pick if you don't mind having Manchester City players into your team. Again, he is not getting a lot of goals, Jeremy Doku, but he has a lot of assist threat, so he's getting a lot of assists. Rice, a really nice option. Enzo, a really interesting one. If he's going to keep playing as a number 10 for Chelsea, then he's going to be a bargain, but again, that just depends when Palmer is going to be back for Chelsea. Chaka, I made a video today about him. He's one of the best 5 million midfielders in the game from my point of view. On set pieces, good for defensive contributions. Sunderland looked solid this season. So yeah, Garner, I would not go for him at the moment. If you're looking at forwards, Haaland obviously the top scoring forward this game week with 16 points. That's amazing. Congrats again to anyone who triple captain Erling Haaland. And finally, Haaland and Mohamed Salah soon enough are going to have the same price because, you know, guys, they started with 0.5 million difference between them. Start Tarkovsky or Van de Ven? Yeah, that's a tough question. Rizwan Ali had both of them, and he was starting Tarkovsky. Now, I'm trying to think what I would do if I had this headache into my team. Again, Tarkovsky better for defensive contributions. Van de Ven has the slightly better fixture against Leeds. I think that I would end up starting Tarkovsky, to be honest with you, because he's playing at home. But definitely, I can see Crystal Palace scoring, so I don't really have a lot of hopes of Everton keeping a clean sheet against Crystal Palace, to be honest with you. But again, he has a little bit of an attacking threat. He's really good for defensive contributions. And also Spurs could concede again against Leeds. It's not out of the question. So I think that I would end up starting Tarkovsky, but yeah, if you want to play the fixture, just start Van de Ven. Thanks so much also, guys, for being on the stream. Leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new around here, and that would really help the channel, and it really means a lot to me. So Haaland, Thiago, the top scorer, the top scoring forwards in FPL. Welbeck 11 points. Bowen, a peak who is really going under the radar. Now, again, I'm not advising you guys to buy him in Gameweek 7 because he's playing against Arsenal and that's the toughest fixture Bowen is going to have all season. Talking about attacking players, but from Gameweek 8, the fixtures are going to be decent for West Ham, starting with Brentford, Leeds, Newcastle, Burnley, Bournemouth, and then so yeah, Bowen, I really like him from next game week onwards. Sesko, I would not rush to buy him. Voldemort, again, at some point Wisa is going to be back, so yeah, we need to see. There, if we move to see the total points. Again, Roffs, the top scoring goalkeeper in FPL, that's just amazing. Not a lot of people would. Jaden Anthony, underrated. Yeah, I made a video today about him, talking about him. Again, everybody underrated underrated him. Nobody could have predicted that he's going to score 4 goals and get 1 assist in the first 6 game weeks of the season, considering that he's a Burnley player. But yeah, we can't really ignore him for a lot of time. Is he going to keep scoring at that rate? I'm not so sure about that. But again, I don't think that's a rush to buy him. The fixtures are not amazing. But if you want to take a punt, if you have him as an 8 attacker maybe and just play him in the easier fixtures, I don't mind him. Again, he was amazing this season. Yeah, we're going to look. Yeah, Spurs look pretty bad in their UCL game. Yeah, agreed. So we're going to see Anthony here when we talk about the best scoring midfielders. So the best scoring midfielder is Semenyo with 48 points, and the second one is Anthony, a Burnley player, with 14 points. So yeah, he was just amazing. He scored 2 points in game week 1, 13, 6, 3, 10, and 6. So yeah, if you're going for Anthony, congrats. That's an amazing differential. I'm not sure if we should rush to buy him. Again, at the moment in my team, my plan is to try to save some transfers, but at some point, if he's going to keep scoring at that rate, then yeah, he's going to be a really good option. Burnley is going to play against Aston Villa, Leeds, Wolverhampton, Arsenal. The fixtures aren't actually that bad, to be honest with you, now that I look at them. So yeah, would you captain an Arsenal player and go against Haaland even if you own Haaland? No. Again, I own Haaland in my team and I would captain him probably for game week 7. Brentford is not a bad fixture, a bad fixture to captain Erling Haaland. So again, if you don't have Haaland, probably I would captain an Arsenal player, someone like Bukayo Saka or someone like Gyökeres, if you don't want to captain Mohamed Salah against Chelsea. But if you have Haaland, I would just go for him. Again, his numbers are just insane at the moment, and I'm talking about his underlying statistics. He's producing a lot of expected goals, 1.3 or something like that per 90 minutes, which is just amazing. Probably he's not going to produce these numbers all season, right? But yeah, if you have Haaland, I would just avoid that headache and just captain him, to be honest with you. So yeah, Semenyo, Anthony, Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, the top, and also Gravenberg, the top 5 scoring midfielders in FPL. I'm not sure how many people could have predicted that. Now, again, someone like Semenyo, yeah, we know that he's capable of doing that, but Gravenberg, Caicedo, Enzo, Anthony, yeah. Mohamed Salah also the 7th top scoring midfielder in the game, and everybody's talking about him like he's not an FPL option anymore, and I just don't agree with that. Again, the fixtures are not great for Liverpool. Chelsea in Gameweek 7 away is not a great fixture for Mohamed Salah, and definitely I would prefer to have Haaland at the moment. But at some point he's going to come into our thinking, I'm sure about that. Cullen and Stach also. So a lot of really good cheap midfielders are performing amazing this season. I'm not sure how is this going to go going forward, but yeah. Erling Haaland, João Pedro, even with not being great in the last 3 gamings, right? In the last 2 against Brighton, João Pedro scored 2. He's still the second top scorer forward in FPL, so I just don't think that. I just don't see why a lot of people are looking to sell him, considering that he has great fixtures. He's getting good minutes for Chelsea, so yeah. Also, Bowen, we talked about him going really under the radar. The fixtures are going to be better for West Ham real soon, and I think that he's a decent option at that price, 7.7 millions. He's looking great. And if we look at defenders, Senesi, the top scoring defender in the game, I think that if you want to buy a defender, this gaming is Gabriel and Senesi, as I talked in my video from this morning. He's just great value, and it doesn't matter. Maybe you don't want to buy Senesi because right now he's 4.9 millions, and some people bought him earlier. But I still think that he's great value. He's the best in the game at the moment for defensive contributions, considering the first 6 gamings of the season. And Bournemouth are impressive. To be honest with you, they lost all their defenders in this summer, but they are still a good defense. And yeah, I think that is just a great option going forward. Guehi Alderete also, the third scoring defender in the game, real funny because he's a Sunderland player. But yeah, Sunderland had decent fixtures in the first 6 gamings of the season. So let's be honest here, they had decent fixtures. Now, obviously, they perform well also. So yeah, I like Alderete, I like Mukiele, I like these picks for 4 millions. Gabriel, Timber, Calafiori. Again, if Timber and Calafiori are going to start every game for Arsenal, then I just think that they are better picks than Gabriel. But this is the problem for me. I just can't trust 100% them to start every gaming. So I would just go safe with Gabriel, to be honest. Chaloba, he got a red card, right, in the last gaming, so he's going to miss 1 game at least. Livramento got an injury. He's going to miss to 5 to 6 weeks, something like that. So if you have Livramento into your team, probably he's a sell. And then, yeah, I really like the Crystal Palace boys, Lacroix, Richards, Byrne, Keane, Romero. Again, yeah, pretty much these are the top scoring players in FPL at the moment. If we move a little bit, if you don't have any more questions, I want to look with you at some statistics, and we're going to do that on the Fantasy Football Hub. You have the links in this app into my description. Here also, again, you can play with this app for free. If you want to become a member or something like that, you have a big discount at the moment, 50%. And the nice thing about them is that if you're not going to win your mini league, they're going to give you your money back. Now, obviously, terms and conditions applied. You need to read them also before. This is currently my team for Gameweek 7 of Fantasy Premier League. Please let me know, guys, what would you do in my case? Because at the moment I have a benching dilemma. Probably here I'm going to play Van de Ven instead of Anderson, but I'm not 100% sure about that. And the real question is, would you play Reinders against Brentford away, or Joao Pedro against Liverpool at home. This is at the moment my only dilemma for this gaming, because I want to play the rest of my defenders. Hi FPL Goat, the Goat, sorry, thank you so much for joining the stream. Good evening, really good to see you here. Hi Dennis, should I do Poro to Timber? That's tough. If you had the money to go for Gabriel, again, I think that's a nice use of a transfer, but it is not a rush to sell Pedro Porro. Probably he's going to start again. He was benched in the last game week. I know it was really frustrating for the owners, but I think that Pedro Porro is going to play most games for Spurs. I don't think it's a rush to sell him, but at the same time, if you have the money to go from Porro to Gabriel from Arsenal, I think that's just a good transfer. I'm not sure about Timber. As I said before, you're not going to be 100% sure if he's going to play all the games for Arsenal. I think that they have Ben White, they have Lewis Kelly, they have someone like Mosquera. Again, he could be rested at some point. If you're okay with that risk, then just fine. If Timber is going to play every gaming for Arsenal, then I just think that he's just a great pick. But again, I think that I would just go safe with Gabriel. That's just my opinion, obviously. So yeah, this is my team. Please let me know what would you do in my case. Would you play Reinders against Brentford, or would you play Joao Pedro against Liverpool? Again, usually I would like to start the striker, considering that also Reinders is not getting a lot of returns, attacking returns at the moment, but yeah. Also, uh, here you have a lot of options. Let's just see. They are also suggesting you to make a transfer or not. If we look here, so yeah, they're recommending me to make no transfer this game, and this is also my strategy. So yeah. Also, they have some probably play Pedro after what happened at Galatasaray. Yeah, Liverpool were horrible in that game yesterday. I agree with you, SMPA, but yeah, again, it is a decision to be made. Clearly, I just think that Liverpool have that. I don't know how to call it, but again, they were horrible against Galatasaray. I don't think that they're going to be that bad again against Chelsea, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. And yeah, definitely, Alisson is going to be out. Mamardashvili is going to play in goal. Uh, Konate is not looking great at the moment in defense. They're giving a lot of chances. We saw Liverpool against Crystal Palace, against Galatasaray. So yeah, you can make a case, Joe. I should just play Joao Pedro. Thanks for the answer. So yeah, this is a free hit team for Gameweek 7. So yeah, they're recommending here to play Gabriel Timber. Yeah, again, they're going with just two Arsenal players. So I think that I would go definitely for someone like Gyökeres, for someone like Bukayo Saka if you want, Semenyo, Cunha. I like going with the double Man United attack also. But yeah, I would not go probably for Mateta on a free. I probably would not go for O'Reilly. So yeah, if you guys want me, we can here you can see also some points prediction. So for an example, if you're looking to buy a midfielder, you can just select here midfielders. See here the game week range when you want to see how that player is predicted to perform, and you can select also the price. So let's just say under 6.5 millions you're looking for a midfielder. Again, Soboslai here is predicted to score the most points. Again, you don't need to take this answer for granted, obviously. Hi, DM McDonald, thank you so much for joining the stream. Really happy to see you here. Would you go for Semenyo, Gyökeres, or Salah as captain this gaming? I would captain Gyökeres in that case. I think I would like to go against Mohamed Salah. If there is a time to go against Mohamed Salah, definitely Chelsea away is a tough fixture. And again, he was rested against Galatasaray. So Salah is that type of player who can score against anyone. But I would back someone like Gyökeres. I think I would captain Gyökeres if I had those players in my team. If you want to start running this, wait to see how much minutes he gets in the Champions League this evening. Yeah, I agree with that, Rizwan Ali. Thanks so much for the advice. Yeah, definitely. Let's see if he's going to start, how many minutes he's going to get. There is a chance, even with Randis, right? For Manchester City to bench Randis, there is a chance always for that to happen. Um, so yeah, if you're looking at predictions, Minte, a really nice option. At 5.9 millions, if you're looking for a cheap midfielder, I think that he's a nice punt. Ismail Assar, a nice option. I don't really mind the Rice, but we saw this season that Rice could also be benched in some games. But other than that, he's on set pieces. He's not going to get you a lot of goals. He's not going to get you defensive contributions every gaming, but other than that, he's great. Unjae, I still think that he's a decent option, although he blanked in Game Week 6. I don't know if I would go for Ahmad, Reinders Anderson, Mitoma. Now, let's just see under 5. For example, maybe you're looking for a really cheap midfielder, under 5.3 millions. Cullen, Chaka, Florentino. These three players are really good for defensive contributions. My favorite option here is Chaka. Obviously, Dewsbury Hall is suspended for Game Week 7, but overall, in the future, I really like him as an option. Uh, Other than that, you don't really have a lot of other options. Stuck again, a lot of people gone with him. I didn't buy the hype, to be honest with you. Again, he's going to be a consistent player, so probably not going to play him every game, right? Anyway, to be honest with you, someone like Jordan Henderson is really going under the radar. He got some assists in the last GameX, and yeah, I agree. That's not going to happen every GameX, but yeah, he's one going under the radar for sure. And yeah, pretty much that's it. King at 4.5 millions. If you're looking for a really cheap midfielder, he could be a nice option. And the same you could go for defenders, for midfielders. Rice looks like a pretty solid pick. He could pick up quite some assists from corners. Yeah, he's really good from set pieces, and in general, Arsenal are really good from set pieces. So I like him as an option. He's just not my type of pick, to be honest. But again, I don't mind him if you want to go for him. I've made a couple of changes to my team. Took a -8 to get Gabriel in with Livramento injured. Okay, I like Gabriel long term anyway. Uh, Garner looks really underrated. Yeah, he played uh, real good in the last gaming, but again, I'm just not sure. If I would go for a really cheap midfielder from Everton, I would still go for Dewsbury Hall because he's playing as a number 10. He's on some set pieces. So yeah, I would still pick Dewsbury Hall, but yeah, Garner is definitely better for defensive contributions, and also Garner took some set pieces right in the last gaming for Everton. But I would still pick Dewsbury Hall, I think, at the moment at least. Uh, Pope, Gabriel, Burn, Gehi, Salah, Eze, Simon, Semenyo, João Pedro, Mateta, Gyökeres, thoughts. Yeah, I really like your team. I like that you have double Newcastle defense against Nottingham Forest. Gabriel, Guehi is nice. Salah, Eberechi, Eze, Simon, Semenyo, João Pedro, Mateta, Gyökeres. Yeah, you don't have obviously Erling Haaland. You don't have you have Mohamed Salah. So again, it is not a rush to buy Erling Haaland, but he's really good. He's a really good option. Obviously, I don't need to tell you that. If you have a way to buy him, but obviously probably you can't right now because you took already a -8. Again, you're pretty much missing Erling Haaland. Other than that, yeah, you're pretty much set up. So yeah, if we look at some defenders, let's say under 5 million, something like that. Mitchell, again, I would probably just go to Lacroix or to Richards instead of going for Mitchell. I don't know if he's worth that price, considering that he's not really good for defensive contributions. I would not go for the league at the moment, considering how bad Manchester United are. Um, yeah, I would not go for Keane because if when Braithwaite is going to be back, he's going to lose probably his spot as a starter. But that's a shame because he has a really good attacking threat from set pieces. Alderete, really nice. Anderson, again, the fixtures are not good for him, but I really like him as a 4.5 million defender. Bournemouth, Arsenal, Newcastle, not amazing, but from Game Week 10 onwards, I think that Arsenal, Anderson is a really nice option. Senesi, again, Fulham, Crystal Palace away, Nottingham Forest, Man City, Aston Villa, West Ham. The fixtures are decent. He's just great. If you want to buy a defender, I would buy Senesi or Gabriel this game week. Pretty easy as that. Diouf could be an interesting one. Not this game week, not in Game Week 7. Surely you're not going to buy Diouf against Arsenal away, but after that, he could be a really interesting option. He has the most assists from all the defenders. I think in FPL he has 4, and he's really cheap. And yeah, with the new manager, maybe West Ham are going to play a little bit better. And also, we know that Nuno usually plays also. He played, I don't know if he played the Nottingham Forest, not exactly with 5 at the back, but he likes attacking fullbacks, and maybe Diouf could be one to look for, definitely on the watch list. And yeah, other than that, Zinchenko, the same, could be a nice option, but surely not now. Newcastle, Chelsea, Bournemouth, Man United, Leeds, Liverpool, definitely. I would not buy any Nottingham Forest defenders at the moment. Considering triple captaining Salah against Manchester United, especially if United drop more points at home to Sunderland, that would be potential less chance for Mohamed Salah. Yeah, I don't think that is going to be the last chance to triple captain Mohamed Salah, but probably you're referring then you're going to just sell Mohamed Salah, right, to buy Erling Haaland. But again, the fixtures after Game Week 8 are going to be decent, and if you can find a way to buy, I'm not sure if you're wildcarding or not any time soon. If you can find a way to have both Erling Haaland and Mohamed Salah, I think that's also viable, considering that we have so many really good cheap options in midfield and defense. Sorry. So yeah, triple captaining Mohamed Salah against Manchester United could work, but again, I think that Manchester United are playing really bad at the moment, but I'm not sure they are the fixture to target. Again, it sounds a little bit crazy right now because they are really bad, but against Liverpool, Man United were always trying to I don't know, in some games they played really good against Liverpool. Obviously, they're going to motivate themselves a little bit more. So, yeah, Salah triple captain would be for United, but in terms of selling him to bring in Haaland, that might be the last chance. Yeah, yeah. I don't mind it. If you want a triple captain against Man United, I don't really mind it. We know that he has an amazing record against Manchester United, and I'm really happy about that as a Liverpool fan. But again, you're going to have anyway more options to use your triple captain. I still have my triple captain, and yeah, I'm just not sure when I'm going to use it, but I'm going to have some options in the future, definitely. So yeah, with the defenders, pretty much that's it. If you look at the forwards, not a lot of good forwards at the moment. If we look at, I don't know, under 7.2 millions, Strand Larsen, I still think that he's a decent option. The next fixtures are great. Brighton, Sunderland, Burnley, Fulham, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, definitely. If you want to go for a cheap forward at the moment, if you need a cheap forward, I think that I would go for Strand Larsen. On penalties also, but yeah, I understand if you don't want to go there, considering how bad Wolves were this season. Thiago, I don't mind him, but I just don't like the fixtures. Manchester City, West Ham, Liverpool, Palace, Newcastle, not amazing. Evan Nilsson is okay, but probably I would go other options. Calvert-Lewin, if you really want a really cheap options, I like Calvert-Lewin. Probably he's also on penalties for Leeds. Isidore, Voldemort, I would not go there yet, I think, but yeah, for the short term, he could be decent. The same could be said about Richarlison. For the short term, he's a good option. So yeah, other than that, you don't really have a lot of good options. Just think it might be the best opportunity for the first window to use the triple captainship, and before Salah goes to African Cup of Nations. Yeah, yeah, that's now obviously Liverpool are going to play against Sunderland at some point, I think, and they're also going to play against Leeds. Uh, So yeah, you're going to have, and also when Liverpool are going to play against Wolverhampton, against West Ham, you're going to have more opportunities. But again, it really depends. If you're feeling it, just use a triple captain. I think that people are overthinking a little bit the triple captaincy. I just think that it is the weakest chip of them all. And yeah, obviously, congrats. If you triple captain Erling Haaland in Gameweek 6, that's just amazing. You gain a lot of points. So I got 32 points. Anyone who triple captain Erling Haaland got 16 more. Uh, but also, if we're talking about gains, I got 13 points from Gabriel. So I almost matched the triple captainers, considering they don't have Gabriel. But yeah, again, we need to see. It's too early to say if it was worth for me to use my wildcard in Game Week 6 and not use my triple captain on Haaland. But yeah, I think that, again, what I'm going to do with the triple captaincy when a good player is going to have a decent fixture, if Palmer is going to be fit in Game Week 9 against Sunderland, that could also be a good triple captaincy option. So again, just go with the flow. How do you feel about these players? Usually I like to target the fixtures and also target a player who's on penalties, who's on set pieces, who's pretty much involved in the goals. So yeah, that's what I would do. Now, yeah, if we take a look at the fixtures overall from Game Week 7 to Game Week 12, this is how the fixtures rating is looking like. Arsenal have the best fixture run, and yeah, I agree with that. West Ham, Fulham, Crystal Palace, Burnley, Sunderland, and Spurs in Game Week 12. So yeah, I'm really happy that I have three players from Arsenal at the moment, and I don't really need to uh, see how I'm going to get them. My wildcard team got 59 points in Game Week 6. Uh, Again, not congrats on that. Again, I got 17 points. Not amazing on a wildcard, considering that we have also a lot of players who blank, players like Njaya, players like Bruno Fernandes got minus points. But yeah, it is what it is. Try to not judge the wildcard for just one gaming, because obviously you use your wildcard and you need to give it some time to see if it was if it was worth it. Again, it's not just one game week when you're using the wildcard. It is also the next 2, 3, 4 game weeks after that, because now I use my wildcard. I'm going to save some transfers. Everybody's going to try to buy players from Arsenal, to buy maybe someone like Erling Haaland, and I've got to that point already, so I don't need to make any more plans how to get players from Arsenal. So yeah, I can also save my energy by saving some transfers and then be more flexible to buy players like Palmer, maybe buy Mohamed Salah at some point back. Maybe when Bukayo Saka is going to start performing, maybe switch Gyökeres. So yeah, try to not be too harsh on how your wildcard worked. So yeah, Arsenal, Wolverhampton, talking about the fixtures: Brighton, Sunderland, Burnley, Fulham, Chelsea, Crystal Palace for Wolverhampton. Chelsea, after Game Week 7, are going to play against Forest, Sunderland at home, Spurs, Wolverhampton, and Burnley. That's why I don't think that you should sell Joao Pedro. If you have Joao Pedro, I would definitely just keep him. Uh, for an example, if I hadn't have Joao Pedro, I maybe would try to find a way to buy him in Game Week 8 or something like that. Remember, guys, he got a red card yesterday in the Champions League, so he's going to miss the next Champions League games for the next Champions League game for Chelsea. So he's going to have a nice little rest before Sunderland, and yeah, I think that is just a great option in that fixture. Brighton players are going a little bit under the radar. The fixtures are decent. Wolverhampton, Newcastle, Man United, Leeds, Palace, and Brentford. Minte, Mitoma could be nice option from them. With Fulham, I'm not sure if I would rush to buy any players from them. Bournemouth, Arsenal, Newcastle in the next three. I think that I would wait a little bit more. Yeah, Crystal Palace, the fixtures are decent, apart from Arsenal away in Game Week 9. Other than that, Everton, Bournemouth, Brentford, Brighton, Wolverhampton, yeah, I like. If you have players like Mateta, Sar, Munoz, Richards, I would just keep them at the moment. Hi, Andrew Barton. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. And yeah, good evening to you. The end is 9 for Salah. He started from Game Week 1. Thankfully, never owned him and will not own him. Yeah, congrats. Congrats. If you didn't own him this Game Week, it's looking great for you. Again, I'm not sure if anyone could have predicted this drop. Now, it's not like Mohamed Salah stopped scoring. I mean, he got a lot of returns in the first game weeks of the season, but surely I agree he's not performing amazing at the moment. Uh, I still think that at some point he's going to came back into our thoughts. I'm not sure if he's finished as an FPL option, but yeah, at the moment I much rather prefer Erling Haaland, owning Erling Haaland. So I agree with you, Andrew Barton. Poel too. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Really appreciate you joining us. I'm kind of stuck. I have 4 free transfers, but my team looks good, just not perfect. Don't have any easy sells. Again, hey Dante. Sorry guys, my cat is having some problems, I guess. So the real quick to answer your question, Paul Tuja, if you have 4 free transfers and your team is looking great, just save another one. Save to 5. Don't have any easy sells. Do I punt on players for 2-3 game weeks? If so, who? No, I think that again, if you don't have 3 players from Arsenal already, you should try to buy them. If you don't have Erling Haaland, you should try to get him. Someone like Ismail Assar could be nice for the future. If you, I don't know, surely you need to have some problems into your team. Now maybe you have some players from Aston Villa who are great for this game week, then just save that fit transfer and get rid of them from next game week onwards. So yeah, surely you can have you can see some things to change. If not, just roll another transfer, go to 5 free transfers, and then just upgrade your team. I only have Gabriel from Arsenal. I could do Salah and Guyu to Saka and Gyökeres. Yeah, I like that. If you don't have Erling Haaland already, again, I mean, I would wait first to see how many minutes Saka is going to get in the Champions League, and then I'm going to think about making that transfer. But definitely, Saka is a nice differential. If you want to make that transfer, if you think that definitely he has a better feature than Mohamed Salah right against Chelsea. So yeah, if you want to go for another defender from Arsenal, that's also a possibility. Okay, so you have Erling Haaland. Then yeah, Gyökeres. I would like to go for someone like Gyökeres, and if that's the only way to do that, uh, yeah, I don't mind Bukayo Saka. I just think that his minutes are going to be managed in game week 7 probably. After that, yeah, I really like him. The fixtures are great. Probably I would do that. I would try to have some players from Arsenal, definitely. I own one Arsenal asset, and that's Eze. My team looks fine and no need to wildcard as of yet. However, my team is very differential. I mean, that's not a problem, Andrew. If your team is looking good, okay, that's not a problem. But the thing is, the fixtures from Game Week 7 are going to turn from Arsenal. The fixtures are going to be great. And yeah, I would like to add some players if you have that possibility, obviously. If not, if you have any other players who have decent fixtures, yeah, it's not a rush to buy them. But yeah. And if you don't feel the need to use your wildcard, then just don't and wait until game week 12 or something like that when we're going to have more fixture swings. Feels like the midfield options are very thin. I mean, yeah, at the moment, that's the thing. That's why I think it's a great also plan and strategy to roll some transfer because at some point, maybe someone like Palmer is going to be back on the menu. Maybe someone like Bukayo Saka is going to be performing well. Maybe even Mohamed Salah is going to be performing well. So who knows? But at the moment, yeah, I like Semenyo, I like Njae, I like Ismail Assar, I like Reinders. I like a lot of cheap midfielders, but again, probably not so exciting for you to buy budget options at the moment. The Manchester United players are not performing amazing at the moment. Probably you're not buying them right. I mean, this feature is great, but overall, yeah. I currently have Gabriel and Gyökeres as my Arsenal assets. Do you think two Arsenal assets is enough, or should I get one more? It depends. As I know, right now, Rizwanelli, use your wildcard in Gameweek 6. So if you didn't go in Gameweek 6 with three players from Arsenal, then again, it really depends what is enough for you. The fixtures are great. I'm really happy that I have three players from Arsenal. But now, if you've gone for an example with Pope as your goalkeeper, I would not use a transfer to buy Raya. Maybe wait to see how many minutes Bukayo Saka is going to get in the Champions League, and maybe then I would try to find a way to buy him. But again, it's not a rush, definitely, to buy a third Arsenal asset. And I still think that saving some transfers after using the wildcard is a good plan. But yeah, Rizwan 2 is enough. Yeah, I would agree 2 is enough. Again, if you have 3, that's amazing. If you have 2, that's also good. There's, I don't know. It's not like I like that I have 3 players from Arsenal because not everybody has 3, and I feel like it is kind of a differential situation for me. But again, 2 is probably enough at the moment. Can I send you my team and you give me a tip on the transfer? Yeah, sure, Edvix. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Good to see you here and good evening also. I have Bruno, pretty easy sell next week if I still have a lot of free transfers next week. Yeah, that's what I would do. Again, maybe Palmer is going to be back in Game Week 8. Maybe I'm going to do, in your case, Poel Tuj, Bruno Fernandes to Palmer. So you're going to need some transfers definitely in the next weeks. That's why I don't think that's a rush to use all of them this game week. But yeah, this is just my opinion. So keep Vardio long term. Don't have any Arsenal defense, but have enough money to upgrade any defender to an Arsenal defender. Uh, I'm not sure about long term, but if you have Guardiola, I think that I would keep him. I know it's frustrating that they didn't keep a clean sheet against Burnley, but the fixtures are still okay for Manchester City. Guardiola is still pretty much the most nailed defender for them. Again, you have some risk with any Manchester City player that they're not going to start every game week. I think that I would keep him at least for 1-2 game weeks. If we look at the fixtures for Manchester City, it is Brentford, Everton, Aston Villa, Bournemouth. I would not sell, I think, Guardiola against Brentford away, but again, if you have a lot of free transfers and if you have the money to go for Gabriel, I think that Gabriel is just a nice option to have. So yeah. So yeah, I didn't talk about Liverpool options. As you can see, I have no Liverpool players at the moment. I think that's going to be some rotation. At the moment, it's not clicking from Liverpool in terms of attacking returns. They are going to rotate a little bit. We need to see how many games Ekitike is going to be out for. But the fixtures are just not amazing. Chelsea, Man United, Brentford, Aston Villa, Man City, Forest. Again, they are a little bit mixed. Isak is not in form at the moment. He needs to get more better with the fitness. Isak didn't look great, to be honest with you, yesterday in the Champions League, so I don't think that it is a rush to buy him. My midfield 5 are Sar, Foden, Eze, Gakpo, and Cunha. Risky, yes, but upside is there. Yeah, luckily for you, if Ekitike is going to be out, probably Gakpo's minutes are going to be more secured. Other than that, if all the players are going to be available for Liverpool, I think that even someone like Gakpo is not immune to rotation, but yeah, I like Sar, I like Foden. Eze, again, the features are great from Arsenal, but I just don't think that he's going to start every gaming. Again, if it's nice, it's a nice differential. If you like to play the game that way, I don't mind it at all. I think that those players, if you take them individually, all of them are great players who could score in any given game. So Yeah, I like your midfield, to be honest with you. FPL Insider, thank you so much for joining the stream. Really good to see you here. Good evening. I've got 9.3 millions in the bank. Who should I bring in? If you don't have Erling Haaland, I would just buy Haaland. Uh, if you have Haaland, I don't know. Someone like Gyökeres, someone like Gabriel, someone like Bukayo Saka. It really depends how much different you want to go, how many transfers you want to do with 9.3 millions in the bank, and also what problems do you have into your team. So okay, so you send me your team. Let's just look here a little bit at Edwin team. Okay, so you send me also your UEFA Champions League team. uh yeah, I'm going to look at it, but yeah, uh wow, your rank is amazing, Edwin. Congrats firstly on that. 3K in Gaming 7, that's insane. Congrats on that. 74 points in Gaming 6. Petrovic, you got Erling Haaland, you got Doku, you got Watkins, Rogers. So yeah, congrats on your score this gaming. You nailed pretty much uh, all the picks. I'm not sure how many free transfers you have, but your team is looking okay. You can play. I mean, in defense is not amazing, right? Wolverhampton are going to play against Brighton. I mean, it's not a problem to play someone like Agbadu, Senesi, and Anderson, but not looking great for clean sheets this gaming, to be honest with you. I would keep Rogers and Watkins against Burnley at home, definitely. Doku, Foden, Haaland, Mbeumo, Fernandes. Yeah, your team is okay. It really depends what you want to do. Whoa. Yeah, 4.1 in the bank, one transfer, probably Doku to Saka. Okay, so you have 4.1 millions in the bank. Uh, yeah, I mean, you have Erling Haaland. You can even roll this team, to be honest, but again, depending how many minutes Saka is going to get, let's see how many minutes Foden and Doku are going to get. Probably you don't want to have both of them long term, right? Doku and Foden. But yeah, again, you can make a case, you can just roll the transfer and then maybe sell someone like Bruno Fernandes or Doku in Game Week 8 to someone like Cole Palmer. But yeah, you really need to know if Palmer is going to be back, right? So yeah, I don't mind Bukayo Saka. Or maybe sell someone like Watkins to Gyökeres in Game Week 8. So yeah. Other than that, your team looks okay. Not great having double Bournemouth defense, I think. Not this week necessarily. This week is okay. But yeah. Yeah, your team looks great. Hi, Play Game. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Good evening. Really good to see you here. How many chips have you used so far? I used my bench boost and my wildcard so far. So yeah, I have my triple captain and my free available. Yeah, this is not my team. What you see on the screen, I wish this was my team, and my rank being 3K. But yeah, this is Edwin's. Congrats on your amazing rank. I will see tonight, and Foden is great against Brentford. He scored a hat trick. Yeah, definitely. If you have Foden, if you have these players, it is nothing good to say that they could be nice holds for some fixtures. I mean, especially for Brentford, is not a bad fixture. They are conceding chances. Um, so yeah. Now, looking at your Champions League squads, to be honest, to be honest with you, I don't. Yeah, I'm not playing the game, so I don't know the rules. But yeah, I can take a look here. Uh, yeah, so you send me your team to just to brag, right? You got Mbappe, you got Kane with a lot of points. You're captaining Bukayo Saka. Okay, interesting. Uh, Dumfries, Bastoni. Yeah, these are nice scores, man. I wish I can get some scores like that in FPL also. So yeah, Gordon, Dunburn, nice, nice team. Anyway, I don't know how this game works. I don't know exactly all the rules, but this team looks great. To be honest with you. congrats, man, on your rank. My rank at the moment is 1.7 millions. So yeah, I know it's bad. I know it's bad, but yeah, I was 3.3 millions in Game Week 5. I used my wildcard in Game Week 6, and now I got a green arrow to 1.7 millions. But yeah, the plan is to try to get a way better rank. If we move to here, and we do this, or maybe not. Yeah. Okay. This was my team for Gimmick 6. 70 points. Alderete, my last player with 17 points. So yeah, the plan is to 1.7 millions. It is my rank. But yeah, guys, try to not judge too much. If you're inside one top 1 million in the first 10 game weeks of the season, then you have a really good chance of getting a really nice rank at the end of the season. So try to not judge that much the early ranks, because obviously they fluctuate a lot. My plan would be to remove Gakpo game week 8 or 9, depending on how long Ekitike is out for, then bring in Isak after the international break. Yeah, at some point, Alexander Isak is going to be back on the menu, and I want to have a plan. That's why I want to save some transfers, because I want to be flexible in case he's going to start firing. Marathon, not a sprint, yeah. But also it's nice for you to be also ranked 3K at the moment. It's amazing. I will probably get Saka this week, then Watkins to Strand Larsen, and then hold, and get Joao Pedro, Palmer, and King instead of Gui, Rogers, and Bruno, and upgrade my center back to like a Burn. Great. That sounds like a great strategy. Now hopefully, yeah, let's see what other things are going to pop up. Maybe some injuries, maybe some suspensions. It is really hard to have to maintain a plan in FPL. But yeah, sounds like a good strategy to me. So yeah, this was my wildcard, Gaming 6. I'm really happy with how my team perform. Now again, hit and misses. Bruno Fernandes -1 point. Reinders, Kudus, Njae, Joao Pedro, all these players blanked. But yeah, I was pretty much saved by Gabriel. Overall, looking forward, my team, it is strong from my point of view. For the next few fixtures, I should not need to make a lot of transfers. Yeah, here I still need to decide what I'm going to do. Please let me know, what would you do in my case. Would you play Reinders against Brentford away or Joao Pedro against Liverpool at home? This is pretty much my dilemma for this gaming, and maybe play Anderson instead of Van de Ven. This is what I need to think, but I'm not going to make any transfer this gaming. Of course, if any injuries are not going to occur. Okay, so we're live for 1 hour and 50 minutes already. Time flies, man. Yeah, if you don't have any other questions, I think that I'm going to leave it here. Today I was just me on my stream. From next week onwards, I will try to have some more guests on the stream. Please let me know if you enjoyed last week with FPL MV. I'm going to try to have some guests on the stream and try to make it a little bit more fun. But yeah, thanks a lot for being here on the stream. The defense is good. Yeah, I like my defense. I like how my defense is rotating in the coming game weeks. Yeah, Gabriel and Raya, obviously I'm just going to play them every game week, and then I can rotate Anderson, Alderete with players like Van de Ven. The fixtures for Anderson are going to be better from game week 10 onwards, so again, I'm pretty much set up for some weeks of not using any transfers, hopefully. Now again, if I want to make a transfer, if I want to buy someone like Palmer, someone like Joao Pedro, I'm going to do it. But again, the plan would be to try to roll to at least maybe 2, 3 free transfers to try to be more flexible. Because maybe at some point I will want to get rid of Gyökeres, Bruno Fernandes. But at the moment it's okay. I played UCL Fantasy and send you scoring system on Twitter. Thank you so much, Rizwan Ali. I'm going to look at it after the stream. Yeah, maybe at some point, maybe next season, I'm going to make also some content about UEFA Champions League. But at the moment, for me, it is enough to just talk about FPL. It is consuming a lot of my time anyway. So yeah, how many minutes for Saka is good tonight? It doesn't. It really matters how the game is going to go, because if he's going to be on the bench, that's perfectly fine. He's going to get 30 minutes, perfectly fine. If he's going to start and play 60, 70, it's not a problem, because they also need to build him, build his fitness a little bit. If he's going to play 90 minutes and he's going to look like he's injured again or something like that, then maybe just that's a bad sign. But if Saka is going to play 50, 60, 70 minutes, that's perfectly fine. If Arsenal are going to win the game easily, 2-0, 3-0, they are just going to sub him off. If not, he's going to play more minutes. Again, even if Saka is going to play 90 minutes, it doesn't mean that he's suddenly not going to play against West Ham. But again, maybe his minutes are going to be managed a little bit. Gordon may be worth a punt soon and could be on pens. Yeah, you're right, Andrew Barton. I thought also about Gordon at some point, but then he got a red card. He was suspended. So yeah, Gordon definitely. I think that he's the first choice left winger for Newcastle. I think that he's going to get decent minutes going forward. And yeah, as you said, he could be on penalties now. But yeah, at the moment, I'm happy with my midfield. I'm happy with Kudus, with Njeb, with Reinders, with Semenyo. Again, maybe it is a little bit template, clearly more template than your team, but yeah, it is okay. And yeah, I like my midfielders. And at the end of the day, you should just pick the players you think are going to score the most points, right? So it doesn't really matter if they are template or not. So yeah, I think that I'm going to leave it here, guys. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Even that I was alone here on the stream, I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Leave a like on your way out, hit that subscribe button if you're new around here, and yeah, if you don't have any more questions, I'm going to let you watch the Champions League games, and I wish you all a great evening, a great week, and yeah, hopefully no injuries in FPL. Thanks to you. Thank you so much, Paul Jude. Really good to see you here on the stream. I didn't see you on a lot of the streams. And yeah, thanks a lot for joining. Really appreciate it. Also, CM Pi, thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Good luck next week. Good luck. Also, I'm going to wait you guys to join me on my deadline stream. I think that it is on Saturday, right? So yeah, check my videos. I'm going to post one after the stream. I'm going to post also my team selection tomorrow morning, something like that. So yeah, check my videos. Join me on stream on deadline for Gameweek 7. And yeah, good night everyone and good evening. Bye. Thanks a lot.